as hip-hop fans is going to be one of the most special moments that we ever get to witness. But now, before we go any further into all of this and really find out just how much hip-hop is in records in so long, this is just making this moment really have all of the framework that it possibly needs to be one of the biggest hip-hop moments we have seen, and tells us that for Drake and everyone else who stands on the losing side in rap music, that whatever this record ends up doing cannot turn out well for them. And now, while this collaboration is very surprising and on paper,
what's going on, YouTube? What's going on? We're back with another banger. Now, today's video, we got how Kendrick Lamar is about to change hip-hop all over again. So if you're new here, don't forget that big red subscribe button and that like button. We're on the road to 600 subscribers, and we're trying to hit it before the end of April. Today's date is March 28th, and at the time of this recording, I believe we're at 489 subscribers. Gang, we're at like 11 subscribers away from hitting 500. That's already 100 away from the goal. We're like 101 away from our goal. Wait, what? I didn't say that right. 111 away from 600 subscribers. I know you guys can do that. Smash that subscribe button. Come join the family and lock in with your boy. You feel me? We drop every day at 3 p.m. That being said, let's see what Fantastic Hip Hop has to say in this video, man. We here. Let's get it.
very soon, Kendrick Lamar is about to push that button in hip-hop that nobody else besides him can. Because now, after waiting for so long, and Playboii Carti finally holding up to his word and dropping his new album, I Am...
Speaking of Playboii Carti, now, besides Kendrick Lamar being on Playboii Carti's album, do you guys fuck with Playboii Carti and his music, bro? Me, personally, I know a lot of y'all are probably not gonna like this, but I am personally not a Playboii Carti fan. Like, back in the day, like I'm talking when I was a teenager back in high school type, fuck, you feel me? That's when I was listening to some of his music, you feel me? And that's like some by like maybe 2-3 songs. But nowadays, his new album, I Am Music, I am not fucking with it. You feel me? I am not fucking with it. That's just me personally. Y'all let me know down below in the comments if you guys are fucking with his new album. With that being said, let's get back into it.
Music. His rollout has managed to get more insane than we could have ever imagined, because it is official at this point that Kendrick Lamar is confirmed to be a featured guest on this record. And with this, what is already clear from the rumblings in the industry, and even from people on Drake's side of things like Ak, who are clearly scared about what Kendrick's about to unleash on the rap game, that overall what we are about to see as hip-hop fans is going to be one of the most special moments that we ever get to witness. But now, before we go any further into all of this, and really find out just how much hip-hop is about to shift with this new record, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now, when it comes to the first brand new song from Kendrick Lamar that we are about to hear this year, as this is the first record we are going to get from him since the Super Bowl, first off, in terms of the eyes and attention that is going to be around this song as a whole.
Also, do you guys mess with Kendrick's feature on Playboii Carti's album? You feel me? Do you guys mess with that? Man, I need to get a bev. I'm about to get a bev in a second because my voice is tripping right now. And for some reason, it's only when I record, man. I don't know why. I've been good all day, and then I sit down in the chair, start talking, and boom. I don't know. You feel me? But let me know if you guys fuck with Kendrick Lamar's verse on Playboii Carti's album. Let's get it.
The stakes could never be higher, and with Carti's I Am Music album already being one of the most anticipated hip-hop records in so long, this is just making this moment really have all of the framework that it possibly needs to be one of the biggest hip-hop moments we have seen in so long. And considering what Kendrick Lamar's run has already looked like...
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite.
That is, of course, saying a lot. And so now, when it comes to just how we have found out that this is all happening, first off, some people, including myself, got a suspicion that a genre-altering feature was going to be alongside Carti on a song on I Am Music, as when Ak, who for reference, has been speaking to Carti for hours and getting previewed a ton of new material and music from this album, which with all of the stuff that Carti has been playing him, he has ended up hearing collabs between him and artists like Justin Bieber. Overall, Ak heard the album, and he confirmed that all the A-listers that you would expect are on this thing, like The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Future, and the rest of those typical names. But he did say that that there was one feature that was so crazy that he could not even reveal it, and I am sure that based on where Act stands, Carti made sure that he did not tell who it was, but just based on the nature of how Act was hiding this, it is clear in a way that this song either had to be with Kendrick Lamar or Drake, because if you're announcing all of those other names, you would only have to hide info if it's involving the two faces of the respective sides of hip-hop right now as a whole. But now beyond this, after what Act did, it was actually Kirko who ended up putting it officially out there, that Kendrick Lamar was actually going to be a featured artist on this record. And now, while this may not have been enough on its own to confirm this, although they also were the ones who first told us this album was actually going to drop in this time, which shows that they do have inside information in the industry from good sources, after everyone started going crazy about the prospect of hearing Kendrick Lamar and Carti on a track together, because it really is just so surreal, and I think everyone can agree on that no matter where you stand. As Act was sitting around and talking everything Carti at the moment, when he saw Kirko post this, he said that they have official sources and that yes, this was the feature he was talking about. And the best part is, Act really seems like he did not want to put hip-hop back into this place where Kendrick Lamar is still at the center of conversation, even when we are talking about Playboii Carti's new album. Because clearly, you can see that Act said with so much regret to everybody, that after being faced with all of this, he can fully confirm that Kendrick Lamar is going to be talking a lot on this record. And again, if Act is dreading this song releasing, it indirectly tells us that for Drake and everyone else who stands on the losing side in rap music, that whatever this record ends up doing cannot turn out well for them. And now, while this collaboration is very surprising and on paper could seem like it doesn't make sense, and really I don't think any of us know how it's going to sound. First off, this has been a rumor going around for quite some time that Kendrick and Carti may have linked up and that they did work on a new record and maybe even a music video. But just looking at where the industry is at as a whole, again, Kendrick Lamar has made it his mission and has now accepted the role as the full-on active leader of not just hip-hop as an art form, but in terms of being the face of it to the entire music industry, and to not just hold his spot but keep on growing the genre, which he has done. Stepping out and doing things that nobody ever expected is exactly how you do that. And I mean, even all throughout GNX and on major...
That's another reason why I said this is a smart move by Kendrick, is because no one really knew if he was really gonna jump on a feature with Playboii Carti. A lot of people are like, hell no, he's not about to do that, especially with the run he's on right now. Nah, but like I said, it's a smart move for him to do it, because not only is he popping right now, you feel me, for his song, his music, his own little category, you feel me, but a lot of people, Playboii Carti has a lot of fans, if we like it or not, you feel me? He has a lot of fans. So that potential, that hype that was going to be, you know, him dropping around, you know, this month or whatever, it was only right that Kendrick hops on that, not only because of the hype of Playboii Carti, but it would continue the hype of him. You know, if everybody's speaking on his name, you feel me, he just continues to go up, you feel me, in that route. And not only that, he's on a feature of someone's album that was, you know, already projected to blow up in the first place, the first day, because how hyped it was around his name. You feel me? Let's get it.
Your records like Squabble Up and TV.
I hope I
Kendrick did tell us that he was going to keep pressing his foot down on everything, and that he was only going to continue to keep pushing this run that he is going to greater and greater heights. And at this rate, it's not going to stop anytime soon. Because already, despite Kendrick having 3 songs that can seem to leave the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Luther, Not Like Us, and TV Off, he also has other records that are not too far behind that. What Kendrick Lamar is now doing is adding another song to his current run that doesn't just have potential to go #1, and I am sure it will, because you could not even think of a better track in terms of the hype and stars associated with it. But really, beyond the numbers, based on everything we are seeing, in terms of the impact this track can have, it could be another like that type moment, where based on the way everything is going in hip-hop, it'll really...
Since the album is already out, by the time you guys watching this video, obviously, you guys let me know, on the chart list right now, where is that song that is that Kendrick Lamar is featured on? I almost blanked. But if you, those of you guys that know, that are, you know, really into this rap game and really into this, you feel me, locked in, y'all let me know, where is that song on the chart? Is it up there? And if not, then, well, shit, it probably will be in a month or a couple weeks. Who knows? You feel me? Let's get it.
End up starting an entire new chapter and phase to Kendrick Lamar's entire career and the genre as a whole. And also, making this collaboration make a little more sense, Kendrick Lamar and Playboii Carti are also signed to the same label as both PG Lang and TDE, and everything Carti has going on are all under Interscope Records. Which again, both in terms of being able to make this song and have it amplify everything going on, just makes the reality of this record coming together make even more sense and adds more context to why this is really such a major moment for not just hip-hop as a culture, but the entire music industry, and we will end up seeing it like that going forward. And now while people like Axe seem to be terrified of this record, and everyone else just can't even begin to predict what this song is going to sound like, with all of the buildup, it is going to be so interesting to see what this record and this entire album from Carti ends up representing. Because just with the parallels of having Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Future, Metro Boomin, Mike Dean, and who knows who else on this record, it does seem to have a lot of parallels to We Don't Trust You, especially now knowing that the music is going to be taken to an entire new stratosphere with Kendrick Lamar on a track. And while of course Playboii Carti is not the type of rapper that even Future is, in terms of the fact that despite not being the most lyrical of guys, he can still put a lot of sneak disses in his bars like we saw on that album, it will be very interesting to see the message that this record sends out to the music world, especially because not all of its collaborators seem to be on board with Kendrick Lamar and what he is doing. In matter of fact, some clearly aligned with Drake, and I mean with this entire rollout and launch of I Am Music, it is going to end up being the biggest album release of the year.
So he has some of Kendrick's ops on his own album? And Kendrick still hopped on that motherfucker. That's right. Some shit I would do.
Year so far, and I am sure in terms of both the sales numbers and streaming. And on top of that, now with Kendrick on it especially, this album's performance is going to end up embarrassing everything that Drake's SSS For You has tried to pass off as a success.
Also, just like Fantastic Hip Hop is saying, like I said, the album is already out. So you guys let me know, is Playboii Carti's album numbers and sales already doing better than Drake's new album? You feel me? Newest album with Party Next Door. You guys let me know down below in the comments.
Full record release, and ultimately, with that record already losing so much positioning on the charts that GNX is outperforming it after being out for months and having half the track list size. After this record drops, and it's expected to be 25 songs, things are going to look much worse for it overall. Because even in terms of just having chart-topping records, after Drake's Nokia song has been struggling to try and stay around the top 10 and can't even compete with Kendrick Lamar's established hits that have been out for quite some time, with all of these new Carti tracks from The Weeknd, Travis Scott, and of course whatever is going to go down with Kendrick Lamar, Drake is just going to fall off more than we have ever seen. And overall, I Am Music is going to solidify the failure of Drake's latest album just by existing in comparison to all of this. And so really, when we put all of this into perspective, just with the stakes of this record and everything it's about to represent, I don't think there could be a more interesting album that could drop in rap right now if you tried.
Can you tell which one of these ads is AI?
I wasn't the biggest fan of the album.
Because really,
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of the album. I fuck with the Kendrick song, you feel me? Kendrick is talking his shit. But I just, and the rest of the album just wasn't for me. You feel me? I just feel like it was just hype and a lot of beat and a lot of lines that were said over and over. That was just my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling down below in the comments. You feel me? Let's go ahead and finish off this video.
Really, with the current landscape of everything between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, the Super Bowl and its aftermath, Drake's downfall, and then everything that has been going on with Carti, which is its whole own story. As it stands, this album feels like symbolically the impact it has is going to work like a successor to We Don't Trust You, as we are to some level seeing where everything on that album has ended up almost a year later. And I mean, with all of this happening, all while Carti is delivering a record which based on the music alone was already so anticipated, I Am Music really has the potential to be one of the biggest records we have seen in so long. But over everything else, what is so clear is that when this Kendrick Lamar song drops and it starts off whatever DJ Academics is so scared for everyone to hear, hip-hop is about to change all over again, and because of this, we really could not be in a more exciting moment. And so now with all this said, let me know. What do you think about Kendrick Lamar and Playboii?
Y'all let me know down below in the comments on how y'all feeling about Playboii Carti's new album. Where is Kendrick Lamar and Playboii Carti's song placed on the charts? And is Playboii Carti outperforming Kendrick's newest album with the Party Next Door? Y'all let me know down below in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in tomorrow's video. If you made it this far, you better hit that subscribe button and came and join the family. You feel me? That being said, I'll catch y'all in tomorrow's video at 3 p.m. We are